There's a backstory behind why I chose this. Okay. It's not that exciting. But, So I heard this driving the other day, and it was one of the first days that it was like beautiful weather in Melbourne, and it just came on the radio randomly, and I was like, I've never heard it on the radio before. I've always like played it and whatever, and it came on gold, and I was like, the fuck?
No way.
Amazing. Like, yeah, because it's like, yeah, it was like 98, 99.
Yeah.
So, you know, like 90s. And it made me feel old, man. I was like, holy shit, that's not a Gold FM tune. Sure.
No.
It's happening.
But it's happening. Like that transition.
No doubt. Robbie Williams.
Man, they're all coming on, bro. They're all coming on gold. So, you know, here we are in the Gold FM era, you know, and all of my favourite shit's becoming old.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And it was summer, and I was driving, I was like, this is a song, man. That'll be a great intro, you know? And the intro was like, and it suited this, and there we go.
Yeah. That's such a good summer tune.
It's nice.
Lovely.
How are we, boys? You well?
Good. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Season 2.
Hello.
Yeah, here we are. Real quick summary. We've all gotten back from overseas. We're all still alive.
Yes.
We had tans. I think, well, at least you and I probably had a bit of a tan.
I've got a faint memory.
And they're gone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, even I had a 10. You could say I had.
you could,
They're not going to know.
Issue.
They could assume. Yeah.
You had a mental tan.
I did. Had a mental tan. Yes, mental relaxation.
So, Greece. Portugal, Greece.
And Greece, yep.
And
Italy.
And Portugal, Germany, and Denmark. Europe is very nice this time of year. It's a nice place to be.
Wonderful place to be.
Yeah.
The food, the people, the company was lacking a little bit, but everything else was amazing. Great festival.
Yeah. Summer with 11 of your best friends in another country.
Yeah.
The worst.
It's painful, dude. Yeah, it's painful. But yeah, I'll never look at a Greek salad the same way again. You know, I'll never look at a beach the same way again. There's just certain things that you learn when you're overseas.
Spoiled.
Just feel privileged. You know, feel very lucky. But it was a wonderful time. I think I'd have to say Greece is my favourite part of the trip, like as a whole. You know? Portugal was great. We did spend a fair bit of time at Boom, which was amazing as well. It was a completely different experience. So many cultures and a melting pot of music and sound and visual audio experiences and everything, which was dope. And Italy was just full of fucking food and history, man. Like that was just...
Where did you go in Italy again?
We did the conventional Italy. So we flew into Venice. Yeah. Did the touristy stuff, walked around the streets. Place like I've never seen in my whole life. It was pretty amazing unique place. Yeah. Very unique on the water and whatnot. So really enjoyed that. And then from Venice we caught a train to Florence, which was also really, really cool city. Architecturally, really beautiful to look at, but also a lot of really nice restaurants and places to eat, and like it's got a really nice blend of like greenery, nature, and city as well. Like they do it really, really well.
Real quick, define the difference between nature and greenery to me.
No, as in like nature and city. I meant to say. Sorry, what did I say?
You said there's like a nice blend of nature and greenery and city.
Oh well, yeah, just nature and greenery all in one, and then city. Right? Those two. I just use those two words to describe the one thing. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I missed you. So that's a beautiful place. In contrast to Rome, which to be honest is a shithole for anyone that hasn't been there. What? Yeah, I didn't. You didn't like Rome? No. Okay, hear me out. I didn't like the streets of Rome and like the fact that it it was just, there was a dirty city, man. There's rubbish everywhere. They don't look after their buildings. They don't. No, yeah, but okay. Okay, so historically, and the Colosseum and the Trevi Fountain and all those sorts of things, they're amazing. They're incredible.
I don't know if it's 6,000 years old. It's probably wildly incorrect.
Yeah, look, I appreciate the history and I appreciate where we were. It was definitely definitely an amazing place to be and feel. You felt really young there. Like it's an amazingly beautiful place to be. But
what do you mean you felt young?
It was just old and ancient.
In comparison to the city.
Yeah. Right. So, but the actual city itself wasn't that pleasant to look at, in terms of walking around and stuff. Like Florence is beautiful and Rome was not.
Do you reckon it's because it's full of tourists? Like it's really touristy?
I think so. I think so. But also, I don't know. I feel as though they... What is that off?
No. Well, does it go off? I don't think it goes off.
No, I don't think so. Well, I hope not. I don't normally leave bottles of Jack Daniels not drunk more than 3 days, so I'm not really sure.
I don't anything with cinnamon in it that has the word fire in the name. I'm not really a fan of.
You're not a fan of cinnamon?
I don't like cinnamon.
Not
either.
like in alcohol.
Except for chai. We'll get onto that later. Amazing. Herbal tea. What were we talking about? Rome.
Right.
Yeah. Rome. I don't get me wrong. Like there's parts of Rome that I was like, I'm really happy to be here, and I was glad that I went there once.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be scrambling to get back there.
That's how I felt about.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I went to Italy, and I'm glad I went to Rome. But
Yeah.
if when I go to Italy again, I won't go back to Rome. I'll go to different parts of Italy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel that way about big cities.
Someone's just gonna cop a dick. Like I've made one really big.
Snoggles.
I'm the one driving.
It was an accident.
That's fine. Whatever. There's not that much left in the bottle.
I'll salvage it.
There's not as much left in it. That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's fine. I just loaded up the ice. That was all that I could find.
That's chill.
Yeah. See what you did there.
Very nice.
Very good.
And we're off.
Yes.
Well.
Yes. So that was my trip in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Dope. It's cool.
Dope.
5 weeks, good amount of time. You know, not too long, not too short, just right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you've started vlogging, or you've vlogged. You've vlogged your way across the.
I did vlog my way across
Here we go.
Europe,
continent.
European nation.
Yeah, it was fun. So stay tuned. I'm going to be putting together a little bit of footage.
You know it's strong when you can't. It's not black. Like it's not the color of.
I can't stir it either. I can't stir it.
Like it's like orange in its.
I'd rather stronger than weaker.
appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, here he goes.
No, maybe I'll do the old circle pour. Let's see if that helps. Fucking that's a nice one for you, mate.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
You can keep talking. That's fine.
I was watching you circle pour.
Vlogging.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, vlogging, fun, good little experiment activity. So I'm going to put together a bunch of my footage from Europe and chuck it up on YouTube. I'll link it through the blind beef as well, maybe.
Absolutely. We might edit it first, see if it's rubbish. Just put the best stuff up.
Yeah. Cheers.
Welcome back.
Cheers, boys.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Can we do ourselves a favour and do an even number of episodes this season? Because I'm really anxious about doing 7.
Annoying you, is it?
It's just bothered me the whole time. Yeah.
Okay.
But we can't like do anything about it because we left in 7. We can't have this as the last episode because that'd just be fucked up.
That is very cinnamony.
Yes.
Yeah. Tastes like drinking incense.
It's not something I would choose off the shelf.
No.
But it's alright. It's okay.
I can't remember who left it here, but they were very happy to be leaving their alcohol behind, which is not something that usually happens.
Shedding dead weight.
No. Very true. So did you, when you were vlogging, did you come across anything that I don't know, you found like super interesting about actually doing it, or what was your experience like?
It's super weird because it's really hard to do it and not feel like you're the most narcissistic person on the planet. Like you're walking down a street filming yourself, talking to a camera, and you know it's hard to sort of get that out of your mind of like, get over yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that's also good to keep in mind because it's like there's so much content on YouTube, you know, especially travel stuff that is really polished. Like there's so much content that is highly edited, you know, really sort of manicured. And I think I say at the start, I'm like, it comes across as artificial after a while. And like travel can be kind of rough, you know, at times. Like there's times when you're traveling where you're like, this fucking sucks. You know,
happens a lot.
What am I doing over here? Like,
man.
Or you get sick, or you miss a train or a plane or whatever, you know, has happened.
Automobile.
You get robbed, you lose your phone. That stuff is never on Instagram.
Of course not.
You know, by social media influencers. But that's the stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
You know? I want to see
Banged up abroad shit.
actually, you know, having it a bit rough traveling.
Because it's more relatable.
Yeah.
I think it's way more relatable.
And it's just
than...
more honest. Like, it's more...
Well, to be honest with you,
I feel like they're not...
It's like, that it would be abnormal for nothing to go wrong. If nothing went wrong, that'd be weird. Something always goes wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's an interesting thing as well. From a viewer's perspective, that's
how do they deal with it?
Not someone having a perfect trip and, you know, isn't everything amazing. It's when, you know, they get robbed or they lose their phone or they get sick or whatever happens.
You can also have those moments of, at least I'm not that guy. You know, so it makes you feel better.
At least I'm not that cunt.
Right, see? There you go.
Yeah.
Which is quite gratifying, you know?
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to feel like that.
Yeah, it is. It is, definitely.
Yeah, it's a weird thing though, and like for you as well, because like I did it for a while. I did like I think 12 episodes, but I was just doing it with my phone, and even that was weird for me. Like usually was in my car filming me that way, and so I was still kind of enclosed. But being out and about and you're holding your phone out and doing that's kind of weird. But like your setup was the Gorilla Pod, the camera attached to the end, the fucking microphone on top. There's no hiding it. Like you might be taking a Snapchat video for someone. Like you know exactly what you're doing.
People stare at you when you walk down the street, even when you're not filming and you're just carrying a camera set up like that. People are so curious as to like what you're doing, you know. And so the first thing I had to get used to was just everyone looking at me, because like you become an object of attention. People want to know what the fuck's going on. Like,
sounds like right up your alley, mate.
But I don't know, it's very strange.
Yeah.
But after a while, you warm to it.
Good.
Yeah, it's fun.
And
I'll do it again.
Yeah, sick. What you reckon you'll do more? You reckon you'll do more stuff here, or just when you travel?
As long as it's interesting. So maybe if I'm going away in Australia, or if I'm going overseas.
It's good to have that equipment though, like to be able to do it. Like,
100%.
Anyway,
I love that.
It's pretty good investment.
But I wouldn't do something that's just me getting up and going to the shops and living my daily life.
Don't ever.
I feel like that's just the most ridiculous thing,
Oh god!
Unless you're a mega celebrity, there's no way that you can get away with doing that sort of shit.
People do, man. They make a lot of money.
I know. That's the thing. I know.
Casey Neistat.
Is it a blight on society that people make money from doing that sort of shit?
A blight is a big call. I think it's...
Or is it a bit ridiculous?
I think it's a bit more ridiculous than it is a blight. Casey Neistat's content is usually pretty good, though. It's well made, it's well shot. Like, he's got... agenda's probably not the right word, but, he's got a mission for the episode. Today I'm doing something with a new drone or a fucking blah, 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 blah. I'm going to, it's a work-related thing. Whereas someone like fucking Logan Paul or Jake Paul or all these other little wieners, it's like, what up, guys? I'm going to a fucking restaurant and get some, like, spaghetti and in 5 weeks I'm going to do some shit and this is me talking about that, you know? And they clickbait all their fucking thumbnails and their titles, and then their kids just love it. Like they're always
it's aimed at kids. Yeah, that's why. That's the audience.
Which is fucked.
What do you think about gaming playthroughs?
Love them. Or like let's plays or speed runs.
Let's plays.
Let's play. I mean, I think because that's niche and you're appealing to people that like are specifically there to watch that game, I don't have a problem with it.
It's a really interesting phenomenon because you'd think like, why wouldn't someone just play the game?
Right.
But I found myself
like
watching a lot of it.
Play it.
Yeah, watching someone else play a game. You're right.
Well, I mean,
where did it go?
A good example is...
Did it just materialize into nothing?
I don't think
it's
the fire. Did it go back in? I think it fell back into the cup.
Perfect. I've watched like a lot of it. And I've got like specific people that are, and it's weird. Like I find myself thinking like, why don't I just fucking buying this game and playing it?
It's crazy though, isn't it? Like how that's evolved and like seems to have picked up so much steam. Like the Dota thing, man. Like going to that at a fucking event at Crown, like, and there's millions of dollars like that people win. It's just phenomenal how it's scaled, you know. And how people. And great, because it's such a positive in my eyes. Like, I mean, people, they get a kick out of watching it. They love it. They can relate to it because they can play it and they choose to watch it anyway. I reckon it's cool.
I think, I totally agree with you. What I think is the biggest benefit about this whole thing is it's normalizing being a nerd.
Yeah.
Like,
point.
No, that's probably the wrong word to use, but like, for a long time, being into video games, being into these sorts of things.
You were pigeonholed.
You were like, people might have teased you or like, he's a geek, blah, 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 blah. And now that there's sports behind it, there's endorsements, there's all Twitch, it's huge
money.
Now. It's people that, I think might have had these sorts of anxieties or whatever, like they feel, they feel confident to be part of something, to be part of a culture, a society, which I think that's probably the best thing about it. Like there's toxic environments in games,
of
like
course,
obviously,
of course.
but
like any environment though, that's not like, unique.
But I think it kind of speaks against that isolation thought of like people being cooped up in their room, just like playing games for 18 hours a day. When you've got now these people are revered, they're famous, they're getting fucking publicity, they're out doing shit, they're getting sponsored and stuff. That's such a positive outlook compared to what is normally not so positive.
Right, exactly.
I guess you're always going to get those guys that I guess it may still be an issue. I don't know, but it may still be an issue if people play too much game. Game too much.
It is, yeah.
And
it's an addiction.
An addiction and whatnot. And I'm sure there's negatives attached to that, but I don't know. It's nice to see the positive outlook in the advertising sense of the word, where people know about it and can look at it.
Well, the more like for me as a consumer and a gamer, the more attention gaming gets as an industry, it's great because it means we're going to be getting better games.
Yeah,
basically. Cyberpunk 2077. Have either of you seen the trailer for that? Have either of you played The Witcher?
No.
The Witcher 3, right? Yeah, same cunts that made The Witcher 3, right? This has been the thing they've been working on for fucking God knows how long, right?
Yeah.
It's a first-person shooter RPG set in like a steampunk, futuristic Blade Runner world.
Holy shit.
And it's all about like fucking upgrading your cybernetics, and it just looks so fucking good, dude. Like, it looks so sick, man. And there's like a 45-minute gameplay video, whether you see like, the writing, the world that they've built, all this stuff, and it's unreal,
Wow. The Witcher was amazing. The Witcher was too dense for me. Like, I prefer linear gameplay. Like, I need a story, something that I can come home to and pick up and then put down and pick up and put down.
Wait,
The Witcher, I'm just like, it's too broad.
Is it complex?
Yeah, it's just there's too much.
Choose your own story, but it's like you've got a billion choices that you can make and not even touch the main storyline. Like you can play for 100 odd hours and not
really
do the main storyline.
Console or PC? Both, yeah.
Which is great, it just doesn't suit me as a gamer. I'd much rather something like The Last of Us or Uncharted, which is story driven and just a bit more accessible. Hanging out for that VR. That's what I'm waiting on, man.
What do you mean you're hanging out for it?
Proper VR.
It's here.
Where you step in and you're like running around and
we can go in Port Melbourne.
You're like, am I in a game?
There's a fucking warehouse in Port Melbourne. They do it. We should go.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm down.
They've got Zombie Apocalypse. They've got fucking Mario Kart. They've got a whole bunch of other shit. You've heard of it.
I've seen it all. Yeah.
Cool.
We should 100% go.
What you're talking about is full, what's it called, muscle feedback, like systems where like if you get shot in game, it's like
you actually
haptic
feel
feedback. There we go.
Is that the word?
You feel like you physically get
you get shot and you get a pinch or something.
Jesus Christ.
Or something.
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool.
So we're like, I think halfway there with some things. The thing that I've seen was like you wear the fucking headset and then you stand in this little like a semi half pipe bowl thing, and you wear like special socks,
right? And
you can run and sprint in this thing at full 360 degrees and like actually move your character, crouch down and like you sit in this like semi harness thing, so that when you're crouching, it's not like
no shit
you're fucking gonna die from being crouched for too long, know, like it supports your weight. But you don't actually leave the space. You're just locked in the one thing because of the surface.
Like a 360 treadmill.
That's so weird.
Yes.
So you feel like you're running, but you're running on the spot kind of thing.
So there's a couple versions. There's one that is a 360 treadmill that has like balls that move under your feet, and they've got one that's like that's electronic. And then this one, the one that I'm talking about, it's just a concave like bowl of steel that you wear real slippery socks on, and then it works the same way.
That'd be weird. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
What a mindfuck.
Dude, and they've ported, this is the thing that I just learned about the other day from this some cunt on YouTube, was some real clever cunt who's just created a software where basically he's turned like a shitload, like hundreds and hundreds of games that weren't supposed to be VR into VR. You just install this on your computer and it just turns it into VR. And they're not all, obviously, it's not going to work perfectly immediately, but it makes them VR, So like all the old Fallout games, like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, blah blah blah, VR. Assassin's Creed, which is a third-person game, VR.
Wow.
Well, but Assassin's Creed, that's like VRing a VR in a game.
Yeah.
It's like what do they call it? Not Oculus, the
Animus.
Yeah, you step into the Animus. Yeah. That whole part of the game is dumb. If you're listening, creators of Assassin's Creed, get rid of that shit. I just want to run around in like medieval Italy or ancient Egypt. I don't want some weird story about fucking... Yeah, it's annoying.
I'm with you, dude.
It lost me.
Yeah. I think it's because those bits are too long. Like, the way that they deliver
and drawn out.
That shit, it's too long and it's boring as fuck.
It's confusing. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like, just put me back into the American Revolution.
Yep. Did you play
Keep it simple.
Black Flag?
Black Flag
the
was
pirate
great.
one?
Yeah. Best one.
Yeah.
Definitely the best one.
For sure.
Do you have a console?
I do. I got a PS4.
You got a PS4?
Yeah. I don't play it enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I'd play it more when I bought it, but that's okay. I've got to get into it. I used to play it. I used to fucking game heaps, but not anymore. Like, probably the last 5-6 years, I haven't really.
You work from home. It's a perfect opportunity.
I know, but that's the thing. I typically do work when I'm well, you know, like I should make more time for it. Yeah.
What games have you got though? Because that's a big thing. Like,
yeah.
What have I got? Yeah, I've just got like all the GTAs. I've got like FIFA. I've got a couple other sport games like Ratchet and Clank. A whole bunch of, just probably about 15, 20.
So you got a good collection.
Yeah,
definitely. It's not like you're struggling.
Yeah, no. Yeah, just got to play more, man. Like, just got to get a good recommendation and get sucked in again.
It can be really good to have that though, just there. Like if you have a sick day,
man,
you know, or you have a day off work, or you just
Exactly.
need a mental health day, and you want to just sit and just fucking zone out.
100%.
So much better than like I find passively just watching a TV show or a movie or something like that.
Yeah. If your brain's fun, like if you're not.
If you're not
really or hungover, then games for sure.
Correct.
Like, have you ever tried to sit there and play video games when you're in a state?
Fucked.
No.
It's fucking not.
I don't want to think about anything, man. I just chuck a movie on when I'm down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I'm down.
When I'm shut off.
So
from the world.
So
great segue that I'm going to go with here.
All right, go for it. Mate.
So I've been actually watching the football lately, right? So I've been watching the semi-final games,
the AFL.
Okay. AFL games.
Oh yeah.
And who I can't remember. I think I might have been with Nick. And there was an ad on TV for basically it's like a proper TV show doing what we're doing, drinking, but they talk about the footy.
Yep.
Right. Yep. And it's called Behind the Bar or some shit.
Oh, front bar,
whatever. But apparently they don't even really get drunk on the show. I was like, they sit there with.
It's on Channel 7.
Yeah, they just sit there with a beer.
Okay, and so maybe I'm jumping. Okay, but should I say this for my beef of the week?
Yeah, do it, bro.
I'll just do it right now. Okay, if the show's kind of like kicker, the little hook that's going to be in it, front bar, whatever it is, alcohol, you know, blah, 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 and like booze, beer, whatever it is the a bit of a cornerstone of what your show is about. You should be drinking it, and you should see the effects of it being on the show. Because if you're not getting drunk in any capacity, there's no point in it even being on the show.
I see what you mean.
It's like having a show like fucking Nolan and Kerry's MD experiences, and we don't ever get high. Like, you know, it just kind of sits on the table in front of us. And then
I see what you mean.
Fucking show.
They do like sip their beers, but like at the end of the day,
but can you imagine the liability? Like
they're never going to do that on national TV.
No, I know, but just have a show called like the Vegan Bar or some fucking some bullshit.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, look, I get it. I get that point, 100%. I think the connotation though between a bar, drinking a beer, and talking footy is
banter.
There's a lot of synergy.
It's boys, that is
right?
what we do, mate. Yeah.
Call it the front bar. You know, it seems like a logical way to describe blokes talking about footy. Right. But I get that though. I understand that.
Yeah, it's a good point.
It's weird. So you've been watching when you say you've been watching footy, like just the games themselves, or
I've been watching the games. Nice. I've thoroughly enjoyed what I've been watching. Well, the fact that there's a 2 meter, 10 centimeter fucking Goliath from Texas on the map, guys. He's the best, dude.
He's a cult hero now, man.
I know.
He's a massive cult hero.
I know.
The guy's been dominating.
Yeah, everyone keeps calling him an American hero.
Yeah, I really liked it, and like because I was watching it with Kara, and obviously because I don't watch it very often, I was asking lots of questions, and so I was, before he kicked his first goal, you know, he's in the front pocket or whatever, and he's fucking towering over everybody. He slams it through. I'm like, who's this cunt? You know, he's like, oh, he's from fucking Texas. Everybody hates him. I'm like, everybody hates him. I love him. Like,
everybody loves him.
But this is Kara reckons that because he's a Yank and because he's like so different genetically, like it's not a regular pick that you would put on an AFL team. People are like, what the fuck? You know, how do we play against him? That's why people kind of don't like him because it's out of left field. But I think that's great. You know,
so do I.
Yeah,
so do
absolutely. I think the people that maybe think that are a bit narrow-minded. Because you look at the AFL, man, there's still a diverse amount of characters and types of players. You know, you've got people from fucking Sudan, people from America, people from the Tiwi Islands. Like, there's a lot of different races and cultures that play AFL. So to say that you don't like someone because they're from fucking Texas or
no,
yeah,
I don't, no.
Kind of thing.
Sorry, I might have gotten it because
or the type of player he is.
I think people are upset because of how tall this motherfucker is.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
he's very tall.
He's the biggest player ever play the game.
Yeah,
nah, he's Sandilands is taller than him.
Sandilands.
He's 200. He's 213 centimeters high. Yeah, which is
big
just he's a
Sand
mountain.
legs is a
The
freak.
cunt's a mountain. But yeah, he's 200. Oh yeah, he's 200. What is 210?
Yeah.
What is that in feet?
It's like 6'11", I think, isn't it?
Fucking hell.
I think.
I'll check it.
6 foot. 6 foot.
Seven.
Is it 7? It could be 7. Yeah. But the thing is, like, genetically, he's got a massive advantage to play our game.
Totally.
Like, if he can take a mark, which he fucking did the other night, 8 of them.
When he's on.
You can't stop it. Like, if he's reaching at the highest point, how do you stop that?
Literally
impossible.
above the rest.
It's impossible.
You got to take his legs out, mate. Fucking.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
6'10.67 inches.
6'10".
Pretty tall.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Huge.
And he's playing. So how crazy is that though? Like, you've got this bloke from Texas who like barely knew the game 6 years ago.
What was the deal with his basketball career? Was he just like not good at it? Or
I'm not too sure, man. I just don't think that I just don't think that he got as far as he wanted to. And then he was scouted by one of the scouts. It's
pretty funny.
The AFL scouts.
Yeah.
And now like he's fucking playing in a grand final. What a story.
Imagine that conversation between like the head coach and like the recruiting management, like, I've got this guy.
Yeah.
From Texas.
Yeah.
He's 6 foot whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be such a weird.
He knows nothing about the game.
He knows nothing
but
at all.
he'll learn.
I'm bringing him.
Did you hear?
He's massive.
Did you hear as well? Like on Friday night when they played, when he started dominating, I think he kicked like his second goal or something, and the whole crowd is like USA,
Yeah.
USA,
Yeah.
USA. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
funny, man.
Yeah.
Like in an AFL preliminary final in Melbourne. What a crazy environment.
Objectively, two pretty shitty finals.
Terrible.
Friday night was good because it felt like there was a lot of pressure still in the game. Like it felt like the intensity was still up.
Yep. It was.
But Jesus, Saturday was past.
Saturday was ridiculous. Yeah, it was just I think Melbourne were just a deer in the headlights, man. You know, they just weren't ready for it. The stage fright, they didn't play very well at all. But look, I guess that's the thing. Like, I think people build up a preliminary final as such it's the hardest game of the year to win. Like that's what the consensus is.
Yeah.
I think just because it's like you build up such a big effort to make a grand final. The penultimate game of the year they say is typically even harder than the actual grand final because you get swept up in the week. There's all this media attention. You know, there's all this like we're gonna make it, we're gonna not make it. But then to have two fizzes is a bit like, you know, a little bit of a letdown because normally the prelim is the best game of the year. Like in a lot of the years gone by, because
they're hungry, mate.
They're hungry. They fight to the death. Like they know that this is their chance to get to the bigger stage. And then the grand final has sometimes been a bit of a letdown. Like it's been like one-sided or whatnot. Whereas the prelims have been crackers, but hopefully it's reversed this time around.
Hopefully.
And the granny's great. You know, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
If it's a close contest. We'll be quite well on our way. At about 5:30, watching the last quarter.
5 hours of drinking.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's the plan.
Fucking hell.
It'll be fun.
We'll take the camera down, microphone, do a blind beef on
Jesus.
site.
On the road.
Yeah, mate. We'll definitely honour the first word of that term, blind beef. Absolutely. No, but it's a good week in Melbourne. Like grand final week's good, and we get the day off on Friday as well.
We do get the day
Got
off.
a public
on
holiday.
Friday.
Whether or not you agree with that or not, I don't know. Whether we need one, but I'll take it. You know, it's like
Absolutely.
it's one of these things. I think. Well, I don't know why they really did it, but you know, grand final parade.
I don't know. I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining
work on a Friday. That's
not
fine.
complaining at all.
Great.
It's good. A bit of a bonus.
Yeah.
Why not?
How much business do you honestly reckon is lost because of the one
Well, that's
day?
their beef.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, we're losing all this business, rah. It's like, well, fuck, you lose business every public holiday.
Well, yeah.
You know, so, you know. And then didn't they have one, didn't they used to have a public holiday for like show day or something? You know the Melbourne show? They used to have a public holiday for that, and then they scrapped that. So that was the other argument, was like, well, you scrapped one, so we're going to replace it with this grand final one.
Yeah, okay.
That was part of their reasoning behind bringing it in.
Show's on at the moment. Mm-hmm. Did you guys go as kids?
Used to go as a kid,
Yeah.
It's Birdie Beetle show,
I
back.
still love it.
Mate, the Birdie Beetle.
Yeah.
$1 something. Ridiculous.
Yeah, true.
Great value.
$2 now.
Capitalism.
Inflation.
Fucking inflation.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, mate, tell you what. You don't want to know my real feelings.
I went last year.
Did you?
I went last year with my sister and my brother, and it was fucking awesome.
Was it?
Like it was. It was fun. The thing was that you have to spend a shitload of money, you know?
Yeah.
So we went on all the rides we wanted to go on. We played all the side games we wanted to play. We bought all the show bags we wanted. And it cost like hundreds and hundreds of dollars per person. But it was a really fun day, you know? So, I don't know. Like, would I go again? Not for a while.
You've had your show. You've had the taste of the show for a few years.
Maybe another decade.
Yeah. Okay. I can see why parents would take their kids. That would be
definitely
a good day. You know?
School holidays, something to do.
Nice
get them out
weather,
of the house,
hopefully.
Nice weather, tire them out.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the new Gold FM? You know how they always got like 10k no repeat workday, fucking this call, but there's always a money something draw call up, win some shit, you know?
Yeah.
And so the new one that's running now, right? It's fucking this. I don't know. So it's like it's that voice that they've always got. It's like this year we've given away over $100,000 on no repeat workday. We've given away over 400 tickets to musical events. But now the greatest giveaway of the entire year. And then you just hear, can we please go to the show? It's a little kid saying that, right? And it's like, the family show tickets giveaway. Wow, wow. And they're fucking making it out like that's better than 10 grand. Who the fuck wants a family ticket to the show more than 10 grand? Like, that's a day you can spend with shitty kids.
You can go to the show for 20 years.
Like, fuck. Yeah. Like, what? You could buy a ride at the show for 10 grand. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Oh, God.
And people still call up. They still, like, I've heard them on the radio. Like, did I call the right time? I was like, no, you missed out on the tickets again. Call back later.
So
like,
what do they have to do? They don't even have to do anything. They
so
just ring up and fucking claim prize.
Time.
It's literally. There's a song that I think they have in the daily roster, and then when that gets played, then you've got to call up. So people still call up when that song hasn't been played. Like, if you're listening to the radio, you know the song that's supposed to be played. Another song gets played, or maybe that was the way they made a mistake. I'll call up anyway.
The radio just feels like such an antiquated thing to me now. Like the radio, the whole thing about like now that you have the internet and you can do podcasts and online radio and that sort of stuff. Spotify, you can just listen to music. You don't have to listen to two dickheads chat bullshit over the morning breakfast. It just feels so weird to me.
It is weird. I don't mind the randomness of the radio though. You know, like when you just whack something on, you don't know what they're going to play in terms of music.
On Spotify.
I know you can. I know, but like I don't know. I just like how it's it's something that you kind of. I don't know. I just don't mind it. I really, it's a different.
You're an older generation, mate. You're an older generation.
I don't mind it. I like the small things in life, little things. But also when I can't be fucked, like knowing what to play, I do. When I can't be fucked trying to think of what to play on Spotify, I just like put it on the radio. No, it's literally just like I don't have to think. I just put it on.
So coming back to MDMA.
Yep.
Good segue.
Lovely. Yeah.
We talk about kids at the show. MDMA, good.
Did you guys hear that the scientists recently gave a bunch of MD to octopuses?
Yes, I did.
No, I
Did you
didn't.
see what happened?
No, tell me.
See how they responded? They responded exactly how you think they respond.
Like really happily?
Yeah, like very sort of touchy-feely. They wanted to be around each other. They're normally very isolated creatures, but they became very social and very like demonstrative towards each other and stuff. Yeah. It kind of just feels like scientists wanted to give drugs to animals.
Yeah, okay.
You know? They've been doing that for fucking decades.
What was the purpose of the study?
That's what I want to know.
Just
we already know what
to
MD
exhibit
does.
what the feeling. We already know that. Right.
From what I understand, it was to get to the crux. They basically think that serotonin and dopamine is the cornerstone for developing social structures in organisms, right? So they mean that like why we live in towns and cities and groups and caves and all that is because of our serotonin receptors and the need for bonding, right? It's directly correlated to bonding and connection with other organisms that are like you.
Yeah.
And so that's what they were trying to test with octopuses, which is super smart and all that shit.
Okay.
But also really different.
But exactly, yes. Yeah. So that's what my idea was. Hold on, I want to... You reckon... Maybe we'll just try and knock them out in one.
Definitely just finish the bottle off.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Just hold off on for a sec.
Right. Well, side note, is it octopuses or octopi?
Well, I would have assumed octopi, and then reading the article, they kept referring to octopuses.
Just doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
It doesn't. But I have a feeling that maybe that's correct.
Okay.
How do you feel about like calling a group of octopuses an octopod?
An octopod?
Good.
I feel fine about that.
Yeah.
It's completely fine. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like I think it sounds to me as though they just did it for a laugh. Really. I mean,
it does.
It does. No, it does. It does. It's like
they ran out of
We're well aware. You can research thousands of people who have taken MDMA and ask them the same question: how do you feel? They're going to give pretty much the same fucking answers. If it's decent.
Yeah.
You think? I think.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So
we know what MDMA does.
So I'm just not sure.
I feel like there's other ways to study, social bonding and between animals.
But it was the correlation directly with serotonin and bonding.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So they needed to induce serotonin release.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Ties into like another contentious topic that's been in the media recently about pill testing or the lack thereof in Australia.
I don't know whose glass is whose, but that's
fine.
Fucking
mate. Whatever. I'll get cooties off you any day, mate.
Sweet baby.
What
about AIDS?
Look, I'll probably pass on the AIDS.
Okay, well,
but
you're rolling the dice here. You're rolling the dice.
Fuck it. You know what?
Yeah.
Phuket.
Right.
Gotta love that sweet AIDS.
That Kool-Aids.
Kool-Aids. What are we talking about?
Oh man, no, I'll tell you about another time.
Okay. Come back to it. Like the two people that, for those who've been living under a rock,
Octopuses?
Yes. Two young individuals passed away at DEF CON festival in Sydney a week and a half ago. And notably and pretty predictably, law enforcement and politicians have come out and said, we're going to ban all festivals because that's a really logical way of dealing with the situation.
Yeah.
I just felt that it was another archaic dinosaur approach to what we're used to here in Australia.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so, it kind of leads back to what we're talking about, obviously drug use and accepting that people are going to do it. I think that's the root of this issue here that we have. And unfortunately, 20 to 20, I think I read today, 20 or 21 countries do it. Pill testing like regularly, like in terms of they've adopted a policy about it. It doesn't mean that necessarily all of them condone drug use, but they're aware that people are going to do it, and so try to make it a safer environment for the people that choose to do so.
It's not about condoning drug use.
It's not, and so it leaves us with a tough situation to be in because people in this country are still going to do it, yet they're going to be condemned and criticised and criminalised when perhaps they should be educated or helped.
Absolutely.
I think that's the crux of it.
Yeah,
definitely.
But
it's about what do you guys think? It's about just shifting to a harm minimization approach because we know prohibition doesn't work. We've known prohibition doesn't work
for years,
for decades. People are going to experiment. Young people are going to experiment with drugs, especially when you throw in, into the mix events like festivals.
Right.
The approach that law enforcement has taken and politicians, policymakers, so far has been woeful. And in my mind, they have a role to play in preventing deaths.
I agree.
In our society, and if they have a body of evidence that suggests that a particular approach will prevent those deaths, and they choose to not take that path, they have to be held accountable for the results. So, she can... What's her name? The New South Wales Premier?
Fucking donkey, I don't know. I didn't really... as soon as I read what she was about, I just
find it really frustrating when the supposed leaders of our country...
she's a premier. That's the stat.
Ignore science. And don't make evidence-based policy decisions. 100%. It's like we're telling you that this is going to work, and we can point to examples A, B, C, D, and E where it has worked. And the costs of it not working are so high.
They're so high.
We're talking about people's lives.
I bet she thinks the Earth's flat. I bet she thinks climate change doesn't exist.
Probably. It does my head in. Australia's policy towards drugs is really frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
we're very far behind.
And even kind of, there was a couple of good points made by people that were like, there's reasons why Australia should adopt it, and it's not even about sending, because the argument is like, it sends the wrong message. Well, first of all, the fucking other message is shit because you've been doing the same thing for 50 years and
forever.
it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
It's literally the definition of insanity. So why are you trying to do that? Anyway. And so, the reasons were like, well, if you do, have at least a tent or a dance-wise tent or whatever it is that does, support pill testing and is there and is available rather than dogs, is that we'll actually learn more about the bad shit that's out there and which will then prevent that from becoming mainstream or becoming on the black market, or people will be like, no, I don't want to buy that, or no, I don't want to take the shit that I've got.
Exactly.
It's going to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
So don't you want that? Isn't that a good thing? In any language whatsoever.
You would think
Surely
so.
it's a good thing.
You would think
Surely
so, but
it's a good
unfortunately
thing.
there's a large proportion of our population which isn't that aware. And I think, they are probably of a generation which thinks that abstinence or prohibition is the most effective method to stop harm.
100%. And the weird thing is that there would be several baby boomers and older people out there that will be like, I support it if it's going to help, and that think logically and are smart enough to understand that. But there would be so many that were like, well, that's not how we did it in my day, or we didn't have drugs in my day. Well,
and
that must
you
be
have
bad,
to understand that
but
these people have had the fear tactics with drugs rammed down their throats for so many decades that for a government to turn around and say, well, we're actually going to facilitate the safe taking of drugs. For them, they would be like, you just told us how evil drugs are for 50, 60 years. What the fuck are you talking about? So, I understand where they're coming from on the other side of the fence, but they're fucking wrong.
They feel like they're going back on a narrative that they've told themselves for 50 fucking years.
Yeah. The way that I always look at these sorts of things, like maybe it's a little bit shallow of a way to look at things, though, is that how much does it affect you as an individual, right?
Yeah.
So
that's
like,
the way to look at it.
I'm a parent that feels a certain way in Perth, right?
Yeah.
And there's a festival happening in New South Wales, and I don't believe that they should be doing pill testing there. It's moot. Whatever I think, it shouldn't. My opinion shouldn't really affect the outcome that actually is affecting people all the way over there or wherever it is, You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I put that really badly.
No, but
I completely understand what you mean. It was the same argument for me with same-sex marriage. It's like, why the fuck?
Oh, that was, a no-brainer.
Do I get a say?
Right.
That also was a little bit different, though, because I read somewhere that someone said, it's up to the majority to protect the rights of the minority.
Right.
So in a democratic society, then it's the role of the majority to say, those guys, aren't getting equal or fair treatment.
Everyone should support them.
So we need to stand up and say, hey, they need equal treatment. It's a little bit different with the drug scene because it's like, well, it's just people telling other people how to live their lives.
But also, I mean, that points back to the fact that politicians in particular, they do this sort of shit for votes. As well, and they know that people are going to think archaically about it. They know that they're going to be steadfast in their ways. So they don't want to be controversial. They don't want to be like, oh, this new idea about pill testing. They don't want to be the first one to jump and say we should do it.
When is the shift coming though? Like, when is the shift? There's got to be a shift. With
I feel like
how much information there is out there with the generations, where we're getting. You know
what it is. It's going to be about more young people being in positions of power.
Of course.
That's what it's going to boil down to. While we've got 55-year-old fucking idiot politicians there, they're not going to do shit. They're already in their ways. They're too far gone. If we get someone, I don't know, 28 to 35 in Parliament, I don't know, maybe.
You've also, the generation of leaders now have come from that Reagan era of just saying no.
Correct.
That was rammed down their throats. So, they're going to be stuck in that mode. But there are glimmers of... I know what you mean. Like, sometimes it can feel like, fuck, are we
getting anywhere?
Get there?
Are we getting anywhere in society?
But there are glimmers of like there are certain politicians that will stand up and say things that I think are more in line with a sensible policy towards drugs.
Yeah, like that Richard Di Natale dude. Like he's a legend. He's a gun.
Absolute legend.
He's very, very educated. He eloquently speaks about the topic.
Trained doctor who worked in drug and alcohol counselling.
Perfect, right? People like that. We need people like him. And he's probably, I don't know, late 40s maybe. I don't know. Like, he's not super young. But at least the guy's got a brain, man.
He does.
And when he speaks, like, it makes sense. And he comes from a qualified perspective. So it's like, why wouldn't you listen to someone like that? Like, definitely follow someone like that. I don't know, man. Like, I just think it's a shame that that this is just accepted still. This way of thinking is like still, how do you not just wake up?
It will change, and it will come, like you said, from younger people growing up, getting into positions of power. They're going to come from a different backdrop with different experiences, and you've also got events like Rainbow Serpent, who pour so much energy and time into creating like a safe environment, and educating their patrons, and giving them resources so that if they are going to experiment, they're going to do it in a safe way. And if shit goes wrong, they're going to be looked after.
It's crazy. So, it's crazy, isn't it? Like how it
will change.
It will. It's crazy how like there's such a stigma still attached. And I'm in no way condoning drugs or drug use or whatever. But the fact is,
I am.
There's such a stigma attached to it. Like recreational drug use that doesn't exist with alcohol, doesn't exist with ciggies, it doesn't exist with any other potential.
I would argue it is starting to exist with ciggies though.
Actually, ciggies
been like that for a while.
I just feel as though but it's still so accepted. That people smoke ciggies. It is like smoke. Yeah, no.
I honestly find it strange when I see people smoking in the street now. I find it. Man. I don't know. Maybe I find it weird, like a weird activity.
Really?
Yeah, they're just puffing on this weird little paper stick. I think
when you think about what's actually
happening, much more objective, viewpoint.
But
not having smoked for so long.
But my question is, why is that? You know what I mean? Like, why are drugs on this? They seem to be on this pedestal compared to say alcohol or whatever it might be. That they're so much worse, or we have to outlaw them. We have to really put them in this particular bucket. I don't get why
I hate
it needs to be.
I understand that.
Why is it like that?
You shouldn't be able to take acid and get behind the wheel of a car.
Of course not.
Totally get that.
Of course not.
But if you want to experiment with your own consciousness in your own home in a safe environment, and you're willing to accept the responsibility of that journey, go for it. But who are you to tell me that I can't explore my own consciousness? And if I smoke a bit of this plant to feel happy, you're going to put me in a cage?
Correct. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous.
even the absolute concept of like marijuana being illegal and alcohol not being illegal is just still backwards in a lot of fucked up ways. You're banning I know it's not in certain part. Like obviously we're moving on as a society a little bit.
Yeah, it's changing.
But chuff is like it's a plant. It's never killed any human being ever. It doesn't. It's never resulted in a death at any stage. Yet we have literally millions of people dying from alcohol abuse, social abuse, car accidents, anything like that. Yet, you can go and buy a 6-pack for $10. No one bats a fucking eyelid, right? And it just, I don't know, that doesn't add up to me. That shouldn't be the case.
It's a big thing to unpack.
It is a big thing to unpack.
I think
you get what I'm saying. Though,
I know exactly what you're saying. I think it's a couple of things, right? Chuff, it's a weird Pineapple Express. The opening of that film is a good reason why they've outlawed and they demonize these sorts of things.
Sure.
If you want to control the populace, if you want to quell critical thinking in a big way, and you want to stop these, forward things, you got to stop marijuana use, you got to stop LSD, you got to stop mushrooms, you got to make all these things illegal,
the crazy stuff.
Because if you allow everyone to start questioning everything, then that's a problem for you as a government, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is you push things that are marketable and sellable and consumable by all. Not everyone's going to want to do acid. Not everybody's going to want to... Lots of people smoke weed, and that's why it's going the way that it is, but not everyone's going to want to do mushrooms and blah 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 blah. So in order to then reclassify, make it legal, get processing plants and all that shit to do ad campaigns and all that stuff for a product that is not really going to make you that much money, why would they bother? They make more money incarcerating people, making it illegal and doing all that other stuff. So
absolutely,
if you look at it as a business, it makes sense to keep these things illegal, to keep them everyone that could use them in control.
For sure.
That's my take.
I completely agree.
I'm with
it
you
comes down to control and having the populace respect the powers that be and not cross the line and sort of avoid too much lateral thinking. They don't want people sitting at home tripping out thinking about money, just paper. They want everyone playing the game. And to be fair, you also, if you're going to live in the society, to a degree, you want everybody in the same state. Right. You want to be able to know that we are all operating on the same level of conscious awareness and understanding.
Sure.
I'm not going to go and talk to you, the news agent, and you're going to be tripping on acid because we're not going to be able to deal. You know, that's not going to...
That'd be weird.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You need society for society to function.
Of
Everybody
course.
needs to be, you know...
On a similar level.
Of course. Yeah.
But you're right. It's that herd mentality. It's like keep them grouped in. Make sure they pay their taxes. Make sure they, make sure there's quota in jails.
Yeah.
Make sure that we write enough tickets for the month of July.
Yeah.
Make sure this. Make sure that. Like, there's definitely that orderly, structured.
Yeah.
Fucking,
sit down.
MO.
Watch The
That's
Bachelor.
what it's about.
Don't question shit.
A thing that I've just totally skimmed over as well, like ties into the money thing, like the MDMA, right? You look at all these illegal narcotics that have now been proven with scientific reports and journals to be really beneficial for people with depression, PTSD, relationship issues.
100%.
Mushrooms are a big one.
Huge. Ketamine's really good. All this stuff that's illegal, which would essentially
solve a lot of issues,
but simultaneously knock off big pharmaceutical players, which have massive government pull and lobbyists.
Huge.
So it's that's what I'm saying. It's another thing to keep them in the back of the shed.
Well, I often wonder with the alcohol industry whether they put a stopper on legalizing marijuana. Surely they push to stop the legalization of marijuana very hard
100%.
because it's going to take a significant chunk of their business.
For sure.
Absolutely. 100%.
Especially when one, is pretty good for you.
Yep.
And the other one's going to give you bum cancer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So...
Cheers. Yeah.
Blind beef.
Ass cancer. That's a South Park episode.
Yeah.
We get cancer of the ass. Ass cancer. I remember. I'm just whatever. The first time, a couple times, I did MDMA. Right, way back. 2009 or whatever it was, Never done it before. Didn't really know what I was getting myself into.
Yeah.
Had
took the plunge.
Probably way more than I should have the first time. Right? But I was fucking having the best time.
Yeah.
And I didn't drink for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And
100%.
and then the next time I only had one pill, and that was maybe back then $25, maybe $30.
Yep.
And that was my whole night, right? That's. Why would you ever drink again?
Mind you, Mount Franklin would have loved that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, there's certain companies that would just let it slide under there.
Extra chewing
Let the
gum.
envelope slide under there. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Wrigley's would be pushing for it.
Wrigley's. You want me to Wrigley's, not extra. What have I always said extra? Fair enough. Brand call.
Yeah, it will change. Kev,
It'll
I
change.
reckon. It will. It's just... I like same-sex marriage. People have been fighting for that for decades.
They have.
And it took a really long time.
And I think the overriding thing is that obviously people are just going to do it, regardless. People are just going to take drugs, they're going to do what they do, they're going to live their lives. But I think that there's such a stigma, and obviously, there's these parameters that society put up that people are slowly breaking through, but it's still clearly there, And I think it's going to take a little bit of time. But
look at the response to Elon Musk. Did you guys watch the Elon Musk?
Not all of it, but I watched
parts of it.
I watched
it.
a chunk of it.
It was really interesting. The whole podcast was fascinating. I thought he's a super interesting guy. They talked about a whole host of really interesting topics. But everybody decided to focus on the fact that he had one toke of a joint.
Right. That was the media takeaway.
That was what the media took away and ran with, and a big scandal. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Not to mention it's totally legal.
Because he asks that, right? He asks that. He goes, "It's legal, right?"
It's legal,
It's totally legal.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Has to pull that face. A funny.
Yeah.
Great face.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess, it's legal there, but in other parts of the world, and whoever's watching, it's like, ooh. This guy owns, fucking 10 companies, and that's going to affect the share price. And it's just, I don't know, it's a bit silly, but
the people are very quick to forget though. That cunt flies off the handles on Twitter all the time, saying some outlandish shit.
Absolutely.
He does weird shit all the time.
He's a weird guy.
He's built his reputation on doing that shit.
Yeah.
Smoking a tiny bit of a joint shouldn't, in being perfectly honest, shouldn't surprise anybody.
No.
It shouldn't be a shock. It shouldn't really be headline worthy,
No.
coming from an individual like this. If fucking whoever the Pope is, I don't know what his name is, if he was puffing on a J.
No, that's a story.
That's a fucking story, right?
That's a story.
That
I
would
would love to see
I
that
reckon
shit.
he has. I reckon that Pope's super chilled compared to the
sure.
last.
Mate,
like,
you see that cunt's eyes?
Yeah.
He's a fucking stoner and a half. Man.
pretty slow moving.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, man.
He looks like a joint too.
I went to the
looks like
Mate, I tell you what. I
yeah.
tell you what. Speaking of which, if you're going to be stoned anywhere, it's the fucking Vatican, man. What a place to be stoned
That'd be
in.
beautiful.
That'd be great, dude. It would have made my day so much better.
Yeah, I was
It's just so long, man. It takes ages to walk around in that fucking thing.
I don't know how far we can push jokes on this thing yet.
The ABC haven't called me back. If
Okay,
that's what you're
sweet. Yeah, sweet. Well,
So, Catholic Church.
well
Yeah.
that's the bonus pass. I'm not gonna say it. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, sick. What was the best thing that you reckon Elon and Joe Rogan spoke about on the podcast? Because I only watched maybe the first 20 minutes, half hour,
Yeah, I watched
and then
about 45 minutes, I reckon.
I turned it off because it's like two and a bit hours long.
He's actually really hard to listen to because he's not.
He's
good
real
at public
awkward, isn't he?
speaking. He's very
super
awkward. He's
awkward.
very
Yeah.
stilted in the way
Yeah.
that he speaks, and you kind of have to slip into Elon mode. If
Rogan
you
had to
listen
prompt him heaps, didn't he? He was
Totally.
prompting him like so much. Yeah.
more silence than I've ever heard on Joe Rogan's
Yeah.
podcast. Like there were moments where he would
just stop.
He would be thinking. Like Joe Rogan would ask him a question, and he would just sit there and think.
Ponder it. Yeah.
Which I kind of liked because it meant that he was going to give a real answer.
Thought-provoking answer.
But the most interesting thing that I took away from it was they were talking about the point at which humans and technology merge. You know, when is this point going to come where we become
I saw
cyborgs?
this. I think I saw this bit.
And Elon Musk was saying the thing that people don't realize is we already are cyborgs.
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah.
He was saying that imagine, you know, how much smarter you are with your phone in your hand.
Yeah.
You can answer any question.
Yeah.
You can do any calculation. The problem is it's an interface problem, he was saying. So the interface of your fingers, your thumbs, is very slow.
Yeah.
From a technological point of view. He said it's an interface problem. As soon as we fix this interface, you know, people will jerry that, I am a cyborg because now there's a chip under my skin.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you already are connected to technology. It's just the interface, which is really slow. I thought that was a really fascinating.
That is cool.
Thing. I hadn't thought of it like that before. I thought that was really cool.
Dude,
He's such a forward thinker, man.
Oh man,
Crazy.
what you're just talking about, I read an article, I think it was today or yesterday, DARPA. You know DARPA? The cunts that build all those freaky fucking robots that run like dogs and you know, crazy military-esque motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They've developed and they've released information, like it's a legit press release, it really exists, they've tested it, it works. Chip in a human brain that has direct feed to control a swarm of drones and other flying aircraft.
Yes.
What?
I love living in the future.
Dude, it's not just like one little like RC helicopter that they're like, meh, like, you know, they have a direct feed, so like they know where the somehow they know where it is and they can control it, and it tells it where it is. And they can control a swarm of drones, but also larger aircraft, like fighter jets.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. And it's like, there was a number of the amount of craft that it can control, that they can control.
Christ.
And they're only limited by the person's cognitive ability.
So
to
what's
do
the shit that the public knows about?
Yeah.
Imagine what's behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So there's a
drones
chip
freak me out.
implanted, so they actually implant the chip.
The way that the article was written was that it's in a motherfucker's head.
Wow.
Like, it's in a cunt's head, obviously a military individual.
Yeah.
And they can control these drones to do whatever they want.
Those drone
That's scary, man.
swarms freak me out.
So weird, man.
I find them really unnerving because they all move in unison.
Yeah, they
and
do.
then they'll change form and shape.
It was
and
like
one flock of birds.
it was like the ones that they used for the
Creepy.
Olympics, the Winter Olympics. Like
Yeah.
they all like the drones, like they made the
I
rings.
just think that they're like the
fucking
Matrix.
nuts.
It's
It's amazing.
Yeah.
knocking on the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yep. Can't wait to get my Neo on. Start, you know.
Yeah, that's exciting.
That's fucking scary, man. Like what could happen? I mean, it already is happening, like you just said. You know, like that. That's particularly if it's large. What'd you say? Large aircraft, like a fighter jet.
Well, yeah, they
so
say
an actual jet.
They say
a proper
drone swarms and larger aircraft, you know? And so I would imagine that it's got to have something that has a really quick response time. Like, I don't imagine it's a propeller plane.
No.
It would be something that is like a jet, you know?
Wow.
Maybe a helicopter.
Shit.
That they control with their minds. So
that's insane,
and now because I was thinking about it, like, because if they're controlling it, do you think that they have a visual feed in directly planted into their eyes or into a cortex that then appears in their eyes, or do they wear a Google Glass, or do they have like a laptop that they're looking at?
Yeah, I would imagine they have a Google Glass or something
like
a screen, like
a VR.
They'd have to. They'd have to, because how would they know where to go? Like,
well, this is what I'm. How advanced is it? Because maybe they're there. They are the helicopter.
As in, they're visualizing. They can see where.
Like they don't have to wear anything. It's just. It's like they turn a button on,
or they can see. Close their eyes and see.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like you once it's activated and your eyes are shut or whatever. Like it's like the Master Chief in Halo. Like you've just got the interface in your regular vision.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm speculating.
That's Terminator shit, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I read a conspiracy theory today that cats are spies sent by aliens to report back on humans.
Yeah, right.
And that's why when they stare at you, it's because they're filming you, and then they send the data.
Fuck, Bernie has so much footage. The cunt just looks at me, man.
I can kind of see some
backstory
to that. That's why they were, renowned in ancient Egyptian things.
True,
and right? Hieroglyphs and
Cleopatra loved her cat.
All that shit was built by aliens for sure. Like, I mean,
definitely. I reckon. Well, it clearly wasn't built by men, like the pyramids. No, forget about it.
Can't do it.
Aliens.
I reckon they got help from aliens.
Fucking A, they did. You're not telling me they fucking lifted all those rocks and did it themselves 5,000 fucking years ago? No way. No way.
Like, okay, I agree with you. I'm not downplaying that. So that's the first step. But if you've looked at the LiDAR scans and like the internals and how, or they've got like pockets that open up to the sky and all this shit that they've drilled through at certain angles and at certain times of the year and all that stuff.
That's right.
All these pockets line up with certain star formations, and they're all like the three. It's too fucking advanced. It's too clever for old dumb
100%.
humans to be like, well, fuck, let's do it.
Machu Picchu was the same, dude. Like, there's fucking like footage, and I was there, obviously, but they like through certain sections of the old, like of the actual formations. You can see, like, in certain days of the year, like the equinox and all that sort of shit, the light shines through on a particular spot. You're not telling me these cunts figured that out fucking 3,000.
Why not? Why couldn't they figure it out?
Come on, dude. Like, really?
Why not?
How?
People are smart.
Fuck.
They observe, they learn, they recreate.
I don't know, man.
If that was the case,
but like,
why wouldn't that be the case everywhere? Why wouldn't it be all over the world? It's only these sorts of places, like the pyramids,
ancient
like
places.
the Machu Picchu, like where there
that is all over the world.
No. That's two places, right? That's two places. So what?
Pyramids everywhere.
Yeah, but no. But not all of them sync up with these sorts of fucking like.
But you could say Stonehenge.
The Mayan civilization.
You can talk about Mayans. You can talk about fucking people navigating open oceans like to get to Australia.
That's a compass. I can build a compass. Like that's not that difficult.
5,000 years ago.
And a boat. Whatever. A compass is easy to build.
I'm just saying that people. I think they overplay it.
You reckon they were that good to just figure it out?
Dumb ancient humans card.
I don't know.
I think they underestimate them.
Having
said that, the water erosion on the Sphinx is very interesting.
Right.
Like when they talk about. Have you read Fingerprints of the Gods?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so up your alley.
I need to read it.
So up your alley.
Right. Yeah. Have you got a copy?
I do.
Can I borrow it?
You can.
Sick.
It's fucking fascinating. It's basically along those lines. So
Right.
the author is saying that ancient civilizations, there's gaps in the archaeological record that doesn't quite add up. And one of the things that he talks about is there's water damage on the Sphinx. It's in the desert.
How the
fuck does it get water erosion damage on the Sphinx?
Yeah.
And he was saying that it's indicative of really heavy rainfall, but the only time that area of the planet would have experienced a rainfall that was heavy enough for that was like 11,000 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And it coincides with this period, this climactic period called the Younger Dryas, which was this huge climate upheaval. It's fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm too dumb to remember all the fucking information.
But the crux of it was they were saying that potentially it was built like
way before
it was told.
His hypothesis is that what we see as ancient Egypt is the relics of a civilization, not the beginning of a civilization. Because he was saying the weird thing is with civilizations, they tend to progressively become more advanced. You go from basic to advanced. But the weird thing with Egypt was that it was advanced
straight away,
and then got simpler. So he was like, well, that technology had to come from somewhere. And then you have places like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, which is fucking, however, I can't remember how old it is, 12,000 years old or something like that. These monolithic structures. Yeah, I get it. But, you know, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Aliens. UFOs, bro. For sure. For sure.
Maybe they got some help. Maybe they got some help.
Yeah, sweet.
Speaking of cats.
Yes.
So, beef of the week, quickly.
Yeah.
Pet names.
And then remember what you were fucking pet names, right? Okay.
Yeah, what do you mean?
So, I mean that people are lame, dude. Like, why do they call their pet names fucking Fluffy, Princess, Starry, fucking Smokey, all this bullshit? And then they think that they're the only person that thought of that name. It's like, no, you didn't. Your fucking mate 2 streets down has thought of the same name for his cat because it's fucking black or grey or whatever. Just be creative.
What triggered this on?
Because I was trying to think of the name for my cat.
Yeah, what was the process behind Bernie?
Okay, here's my thought process. First of all, I wanted something that was applicable in all stages of his life. So, kitten, adult, old, cat, right? So with Bernie, it was like Bernie, little kitten, cute, you know, playful, yada, yada, yada. When he hits about 1, 2 and he's an adult, he's fully fledged, Bernard, you know, a bit more upstanding. He's there, he's ready to take on the world. And then when he's old and he's fucking decrepit and can't walk, he's Bernard.
Good.
So
Bernard.
I like
so
it.
it's a useful name.
Right.
You know?
So
it can be used in all stages of his life from birth to death. Now, and I also like, now this is just maybe me, I don't know why, but I like old people names for cats and for dogs.
Right.
So if he was a boy, we didn't know whether we were going to get a boy or a girl, right? If it was a boy, I was thinking like Bernard,
Get an ultrasound?
Donald, you know, Walter.
Walter's good.
Walter's good.
Walter's
You know what I
pretty
mean?
good,
Like Rupert.
Yeah.
You know, Herman. Those sorts of names. If it was a girl, I was going to call her Joan. You know, Agatha.
How much say did Jazzy get in this process?
Fuck all. No, she did get a little. Oh, she liked Bernie. She really liked Bernie. Okay. We thought we were going to get a girl. We were going to call her Joan. That would have been funny.
Joan,
yeah. Joni, you know.
How did you not know the sex of the cat?
Well, we didn't know. We wanted to get a girl. And then the breeder that we went and saw, when we got there, he was like, oh, look, there were 2 people there. And he's like, look, these guys have driven from Bendigo. They've driven 3.5 hours. You know, they kind of really want the girl. They're a little bit attached to her now. And I was like, right, well, I've driven from Hawthorne to Moonee Ponds. It's fucking far enough. So what do you got for me? And he goes, well, the guy that was supposed to come and pick up the boy cat didn't rock up and said he was going to be an hour late. So have a look at the boy if you want. I was like, all right, cool. So we picked him up. He was adorable, and there we go. So we got a boy. The reason we were going to get a girl is apparently, I don't know if this is a rumor or if there's any weight to it, but girls are low maintenance. They don't shit everywhere. They're easier to manage. I don't know, maybe. But he's been fine, like in terms of behaviour and whatever.
Right.
He's been good.
Right.
So we got a boy instead of a girl.
Sweet.
I have a very different take
on names.
On pet names.
Okay, tell me your take.
I think pet names are for experimentation. I think pet names, if you're going to get a dog, you should be able to call it like
ice cream cone.
Yeah, something fucking weird. You know, call it fucking Jarbuck or something.
Jarbuck,
you know?
Jarbuck,
like whatever. Just make something up.
Yeah, cool. Okay, fair enough. But like
human names for animals freak me out.
Right, but be creative. All I'm saying is be creative. Don't be like, oh yeah, you know, call him, I don't know, Reddy or something, like, you know, because he's got red fucking hair. I don't know, just some idiot name. You know,
the colour Reddy, not like he's ready to do shit.
Reddy would be funny. Reddy. He's like, Reddy was good.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, just be creative. That's all I'm saying. So that's okay. That doesn't fly in the face of what you're saying. Yeah. I'm all about that. Just change it up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I agree with both of you. Yep. I think uniqueness has to be important.
It's nice for the animal to have, you know, just a decent name. I think a fun name.
You reckon they prefer it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they give a shit. You could call it shit, and it would love you.
Like, no idea.
Yeah, maybe a shit. Come here, shit. We didn't call you a cat shit.
You could call it a cat shit.
Cat shit, yeah.
Well, Braj's dog's name is Kickflip, you know?
Kickflip, that's true.
Great name for a dog.
That is true, Kickflip.
Experiment.
Yeah,
that is true.
Weird.
That's
Experiment.
a good one. He's done well there.
What if you called your pet Adolf?
Adolf.
I've got a mate who's called his cat Adolf, actually.
Adolf.
Yeah.
Really?
Because it's got a little...
Does it?
Yeah, it's got a little this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a rogue cat, and then just started living in his house.
There you go.
Wow.
Just started living with him.
Adolf. See, I don't mind Adolf. That's works
Adolf,
for me.
yeah.
That works for me.
I think
nice.
so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
There's a cat on our street that is stray, and it's really matted and like got just old and kind of
full of
walks a bit
cancer.
stiff, and but people feed it. So
Right.
people feed it, but they don't take care of it.
Right.
So they're just like prolonging this animal's suffering.
Right.
Just a walking dead cat.
Yeah.
Like a typical hobo.
Yeah. It's a very sweet cat. Like when you walk up, it'll give a few meows and want a pat or whatever. But I don't know. I've never been a cat guy.
Person.
Yeah. Like if you gave me a choice, I'd get a dog.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fair enough. See, I don't know. I think cats they're a bit more clever than dogs. They're a bit more calculating. They're a little bit more. They have like more of a, in a lot of ways, more of a personality, I think, than dogs.
I watched a great video today that broke down the physics of why cats always land on their feet.
Oh yeah.
How they do it. And so to make the video, they just got this cat and dropped it like 6 or 7 times from like a height.
Jesus.
It was strange but interesting because like how do you change your momentum when there's no force acting on you?
Yeah.
You know, it's Newton's law. Like an object at rest will stay at rest unless
until
it's
moved
acted upon by
into
another force. So if a cat's just in the air, how does it change its trajectory? He broke it down, and it's in a very complicated way that I can't remember or repeat. But
surely, I think like now the real test, and see now this is what I don't think this individual did. If you drop that cat in a vacuum, that's where I'd be much more interested to see.
they did it. Well, not a vacuum, but they took cats to space.
Right, and they could. So this is where I think they have an issue because, like, you think about. Have you been skydiving before?
No.
You've been skydiving, right?
Yeah.
So if you're skydiving like this and you turn your body like that, the drag of the wind is going to make you go, and rotate, and so you've got to control over the orientation of your body based on where you're allowing the wind to create that force, right? And so I think that's kind of what a cat does, but like if you don't have any,
Not from 6 foot up. Like there's no. You know, they're not falling fast enough to have any sort of wind resistance.
But maybe they're
good point.
True.
Very good point.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe they're. I don't know.
They contort their body.
That's
they
what I was trying to say.
answer the physics.
It's like a twisty thing that they do. Yeah,
So they're
Use
so
their
flexible.
tail
They're
and
so
they-
flexible, aren't they? So they
Right.
can just like maneuver their body around.
right.
Yeah. It's interesting.
But would it work with dogs as well? Like couldn't
Probably
like
not.
little
Yeah,
dogs?
I doubt
I think you would have heard about it if dogs could do it. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get like maybe little dogs could like do it. Maneuver themselves. Not big dogs. You're not going to drop a big dog and just go like whoop like this.
No.
Maybe little ones. I don't know.
wonder if anyone's done that test with cats with like a tiger.
I wouldn't piss off a
You
tiger.
probably get one opportunity.
Yeah. When they're very small.
Yeah,
Grab him when he's a cub. Come on here. Go.
Yeah.
Land on your feet, son. No. Pet tiger would be cool though.
If you could have one, I don't know if you've spoken about this. I speak to a lot of people about this. If you could have one exotic pet, like any pet, you know, what would your exotic pet be?
That's a good question. A human.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
Something, it would have to be something cool, but something that didn't require a lot of
I've got
management.
I'd love a Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragon.
That'd be sick, dude.
Okay,
Like a big motherfucker.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he could have his own room. I was going to say cave.
His own room.
Yeah, have his own room, have his own bed,
Yeah.
have a TV in there, you know.
Yeah.
Give him like a little rat every now and then. I don't know what they eat.
Buffalo, I think.
Kebab.
They eat small dogs and stuff.
Do they?
Eat
Okay.
small animals.
Fuck,
Cats.
right.
Well, big animals sometimes.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. So, yeah, that'd be cool. Get a leash for him, walking down the shops, you know, that'd be cool.
I think I'd
Walk through a shopping centre.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like a wolf.
Call him Kyle.
Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd stick with
A wolf.
Stick around a dog. A
wolf?
I want,
Still very similar though.
I want the intelligence, and I want something that's going to be like warm as a pet. You get a fucking elephant. It's like, you know,
That'd be pretty
What's it
cool.
going to give you?
That'd be pretty cool.
They hand you food and beers, man. You could train an elephant and literally reach into the fridge, get your shit, and then hand it to you.
A little baby elephant, and then just adopt him out when he gets too big.
Yeah.
Keep him for the first 5 years. What would you call the elephant? That's the question.
Dumbo. You call it Dumbo.
I suppose.
Dumbo?
Very original.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Ready.
Ready, yeah.
Call him ready. Kyle the Komodo dragon.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I do like,
Kyle.
animal names that start with the same letter as what they are, you know?
Right.
Gary the Gecko, shit like that.
Right.
Rolls off the tongue.
What else is news? Anything else happen?
What else is news?
In the world?
In the world.
I've
I read that article that you posted.
Which one?
The guy that shot his son. What a fucking
Oh,
nut job.
yeah, man.
Nut job. For those that don't know, that was in Melbourne, yeah?
Was it?
I think it was in Melbourne.
It's in Australia?
Definitely in Melbourne. I'm pretty sure I read it in
Right,
Melbourne.
yeah.
So, yeah, they were having like an argument about, or he threw an omelette out. So they were cooking, they cooked meals, and his son, who's like 30 years old, still lives at home, and apparently he's had some issues with ice.
Yeah, drug
Addict, right? So his old man got frustrated with him, early 70s, I think, or whatever, late 60s, early 70s. And yeah, they had a big beef at home. And then the son walked off in a hissy fit, went into his room, and the old man just cracked it and was like, fuck this, walked outside, got into the shed, picked up a shotgun, put it together, walked past the dinner table, said to his missus, "That's it, I'm done.
I'm gonna fucking kill the cunt,
and then I'm gonna kill myself.
And then I'm gonna kill my
And she was like, "Yeah, sure, fucking, I bet you won't."
Yeah,
you know, kind of thing. And he duly did it.
Yeah.
Literally opened his bedroom door, fired 2 rounds into his chest, and happy days.
Killed him.
I think that family's got bigger problems than omelets, so there's obviously a long
there's got to be an underlying issue there.
Yeah,
you know.
For sure.
Maybe he's, I don't know. Maybe he's been chipping away for years and years at him.
That's such a petty thing. It wouldn't be a thing that's the first thing that
it's
sets
the straw.
you off,
it's definitely the straw that broke.
Right, precisely, and that's what they say in the write up. But there's got to be better ways, man. Like
Surely,
you've got to.
You would think so.
There's got to be.
For my last eggs.
Like
I said light milk.
it's like fucking
hell, hectic.
Well, you know what? Once we're warriors, like cook the man some fucking eggs, and then he fucking kicks the shit out of his wife or whatever.
Yep.
It's like that
management
incarnate, you know.
Anger management, dude. Like, fuck, he must be an angry dude. That old man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there though that don't have the mental or like educational resources to deal with conflict properly in a healthy way. You know, I mean, anyone that has a shotgun,
there's an issue there
under their car seat. Yeah, you know, they're probably
true.
I don't know.
True, that's true.
I would. Yeah,
he's an old guy. He's like in his 70s though.
Yeah.
You know. From a different generation where they would have had more guns.
Maybe, yeah. But then, I mean, he was interviewed later, and the quote of the day was, "Yeah, I lost it a bit." What you think?
Yeah, you killed yourself.
you just barreled your son in the chest. I think it's safe to say that you're correct, mate. You did lose it more than a bit.
Where's the jump? Where's the jump from having a biff with him though? Like, get a fucking broom, get a bat, get something, just give him a slog, right? Where's the jump to go from? Don't want to do that. That's not what I'm going to do.
I'm going to kill him.
I'm going to shoot them at point blank range with a shotgun twice. In the chest, you know.
It's a very big jump. Maybe the only thing that I can think of is he's obviously done that so many times. Maybe punched on with him, kicked him.
There's no solution.
And he's like, that doesn't work. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
end him.
Yeah,
righto. You know.
Yeah. Well,
not very good.
But no one's getting an omelette.
I mean, the first problem was the omelette. They should have had a different meal.
Yeah. Who eats omelettes anyway?
Who the fuck eats omelettes?
Whoa.
Oh, yuck, dude.
Nah. Let's not say things we don't mean.
Omelettes.
Who eats omelettes?
Nah. So many better things to eat.
You like a good omelette, do you?
I like a good omelette. Throw in some capsicums, some mushrooms, a bit of bacon.
Not about it.
Glass of orange juice. Start your day right.
Hey. You're expanding now. We said nothing about liquids. Pulp or no pulp? Have we spoken about this?
Pulp.
This is the problem.
Pulp.
I forget what we've spoken about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
we might have spoken about things, but pulp.
Territory.
For record, pulp. Definitely pulp. What do you mean, no pulp?
No pulp.
No pulp.
It's genuine OJ. It's real.
You can get genuine OJ with no pulp.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's not.
Yeah, it's like, you ever eaten a chick out and they've got pubes and shit? Like, too many though? It's not like... Dude, it's serious. That's what it... It's there's stuff...
It's pulp.
There's stuff that's getting in the way of the good stuff.
Yeah,
in that scenario, I'm no pulp.
Right, of course. Everybody's no pulp.
Yeah.
Like,
that's great.
You try and take a swig and there's all this extra stuff that's going around and, you know...
I like it. It feels like I'm having an orange juice. Otherwise, I'll have a cordial.
But it's
when's the last time you had a cordial?
I don't know.
Years it's been for me.
I was a child.
There's some fucking cordial in the cupboard. I haven't touched it at all.
Yeah.
A year more.
Right.
Cordial.
Okay.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, definitely pulp.
Okay.
Definitely.
Fair enough.
I've never actually met a no pulp person.
Really? There's not many of us. That's why when you go to the orange
You're
juice
a dying
section, there's
breed.
like
You're a
one
dying-
option
you're a
of no
dying
pulp.
breed.
Genuine orange juice that is no pulp, there's one choice.
Yeah.
Right.
And then everything else
Is it more
like,
expensive too?
Than the pulp
pack-
option.
yeah.
The one that is offered is the same price.
Okay.
Right. Everything that's no pulp, like there are other no pulp options, but it's all like 10% orange juice,
Yeah.
you know, and it's all that
okay.
fucking fake shit.
Yeah.
I want the real stuff, you know.
I want that real age.
It's the
that real
only
stuff.
like it's
I want that orange stuff.
it's the only thing that I purchase, and it's rare that I purchase it, where I kind of, when I purchase it, I kind of feel like how maybe vegan people feel going and buying shit. Like, you got to really search for the thing that you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you got the specialty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think, like, if my whole life was like that, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
It'd be a challenge, wouldn't it? Like, it
Traumatic.
definitely would be a challenge. You would be used to it though. Like if you were a vegan or
Yeah, I'm sure
obviously
you would have places
you'd have
that
your
you would
process,
go.
you'd have your
and-
places that you go and whatever.
I could
come
definitely
along.
get into vegan food if it was really nice food, prepared really well, like sort of restaurant quality. But I know that the vegan food that I would make would be horrendous.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be prison
Yeah, true.
gruel.
Yeah.
But is
yeah.
that because you've never really had to do it? So you know.
Well, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, if you know,
You can
Like,
learn.
so-
you get
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
You
I
get
suppose
creative.
so.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the thing. You know,
Yeah.
I'm no advocate for it, but yeah. Each their own.
Michael's girlfriend's a vegetarian, and so
yeah.
she fucking cooks a mean dish.
Yeah,
man. And she
she's telling me
uses
she cooks a lot, man. It's
all the the chicken substitutes and
Yeah.
this substitute and that substitute, and
Yeah.
it's fucking delicious.
Yeah,
like
good.
fucking amazing, you know.
It can be. Definitely.
You know, the shape of it's obviously different than real meat, but it tastes incredible. You know,
right,
so
okay.
they're making really good steps with the stuff.
What
so,
do you use as a chicken replacement?
Well, it's like a tofu thingy, but
Yeah,
it's
okay.
it's
Soybean.
Right.
yeah, but like the consistency feels right as well. It's like the right level of chewiness, and it's like
Yeah, okay.
how thick it is and shit.
Yeah.
It's not like you're biting into a cube of or whatever it is.
See,
of something.
for me, tofu's always just been like jelly.
No,
good
not-
tofu is good.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good.
I've never
firm,
gotten into tofu. man.
Marinated tofu.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never gotten into it.
Have you watched Dark Tourist? I know you have.
Yes.
I watched an episode today where he was in.
For the folks at home, tell them what Dark Tourist is.
Okay, so for anyone who hasn't seen it, it's a Netflix show, and he is a Kiwi journalist, and he travels all over the world visiting places that are associated with sort of dark histories or macabre traditions.
Controversial.
Yeah, sort of just a bit of off the beaten tourist trail
Yep.
kind of places. And one of the episodes that I watched recently was in Indonesia, I want to say. And they were slaughtering pigs ritualistically. It was part of a ritual. And I shouldn't laugh, but there were like 6 or 7 pigs in this pen. And this guy, you think when someone's going to slaughter an animal, they bless it and then calm it down and do it nicely and then slowly let it bleed out. This guy was just going around the pen shanking pigs in the side until they stopped kicking. Like, it was really brutal.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And so the guy, the host, was understandably affected by it.
Sure.
But at the same time, it's that question of, well, he eats pork. I eat pork. Could I kill a pig maybe, probably. I think if I had to eat and I needed meat.
Was he asking this question? He was posing.
Well, it was just part of that. It was part of the conversation of the show of obviously in the West our food is so sanitized.
Correct.
Experience of meat specifically. Yeah. We go to the supermarket. It's wrapped in plastic. It's nice. We don't have to see any blood, any gore. We don't have to see the pain or suffering an animal goes through. Obviously, we know where the meat comes from. But I just think it's an interesting question to ask yourself is like, well, could I, go and kill the meat that I, and I kind of like to think I could, because I don't want to be a hypocrite, I
think it depends how. Like, I could shoot a bow and arrow into something, I could hunt something with a gun.
It's a slow death.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I've got a couple, I got a big quiver, I'm just fucking, just letting them fly.
Street dog never stood a chance.
Yeah, like
fucking Zelda.
These are Pomeranians, just fucking lining them up as they run down the street. Yeah. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do the pig routine. I don't know if I could.
That's pretty brutal.
Stab a thing and hear it like squealing.
There's a lot of screaming.
Yeah, I don't think I could. Like stabbing the process of any sort of living being feels very brutal and kind of carnal to me. I don't think I could do that.
I think it's fucked, isn't it? Because when we're so desensitized to it because machines do it, and there's apparatuses
in a way,
that
that's
kill.
so much worse.
I know that.
Yeah.
But because we don't have to actively involve ourselves in it, we're so detached from it, I think,
We're so detached from death in the West as a concept. So it's... But yeah, it was interesting because the host of the show was very visibly affected by it.
Did they make him do it, or was he just watching?
No, he just watched. Yeah.
God.
But yeah, I think about the industrialized nature of the meat industry. It's pretty fucked up.
Have you ever been to not an abattoir where they process all the corpses and all the extra shit?
No.
So the abattoirs where they kill them, and then there's another name for the place where they take all the extra shit,
Oh, you mean like the bones and all that shit?
Blood, the da-da-da-da-da-da, and for whatever reason, they took us in high school one time.
Really?
To one of these places, and...
Day trip. Kids
and
the box factory,
and as you go in, right, it's real it was intriguing. You go in, right, and in the office, it's like little office or whatever, and there's all these jars and containers, and they're all products, right, that they sell to people, and it's powdered, refined, and there's oils and there's powders and there's this and there's that and da-da-da-da, and this is all created from animal leftovers and produce and all this shit, and you're like, that's kind of... Well, at first you don't know that that's what it is. So I walked in and I looked at all these bottles and jars. I'm like, oh, these are all interesting and nifty, and they're all, mean this blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And then you go out and they tour you around the place of how it works, and it's fucking hectic, man. Yeah. You go into... So where the main action happens, as it were, it's like this huge, big, open kind of warehouse setup, and there's big doors, numbered doors that they have huge swinging fences on them, obviously, so that semi trucks and all that shit can reverse up. And so I was going up and looking in all of them, and because it stinks there. Not lots of people didn't want to do that, but I was I'm intrigued, And they've split them all up because you can't mix produce. So it's just thousands of corpses of chickens and poultry, in one, and then another, and then one's for thingo, and then one's for thingo, and then the thing that was real hectic was usually you just see lots of bones and extra pieces and blood and meat and all that stuff, and it's it looks something out of a horror movie, and it's all sliding down into this little contraption at the bottom, and you could just it's it's all being pushed together and shit. Anyway, the one where the beef was, right? So I'm looking at each, I'm fucking same shit, whatever, and I get to the one where the beef is, right, and it's all the same stuff, just all the entrails and all the meat and all that shit. And then in one section of the room, there's a full cow, just a full dead cow that was going to be in and be processed. I'm that is bleak, dude. That is some bleak ass shit, right? Wow. And then, but I thought, it's all recyclable. They recycle everything.
Well, that's the other perspective, is it's all being used.
It's exactly, and as weird and grimy as it is, it's a necessity for what we do, And, I thought the other thing was you can't cross mix any of this shit either, because that's how mad cow disease and all that shit happens, which I didn't know. You can't give, whatever this special powdered chicken shit is to like cows, because then they get fucked up and you can't do that stuff.
Cross contamination and all that sort of shit.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. And then the other thing, like kind of like the cherry on the cake when we left, right? Everyone, all the girls like, oh, that was so fucking, why'd you take it, all that shit? Or like some of the guys like, that was cool, whatever, you know. And we're leaving and we think the worst of it is over. We get on the bus, right? And we're driving away, and as we're driving away, a semi-trailer, but you know, like the liquid ones with the rounded backs, drives up. And I'm like, that's interesting, you know. So I'm watching it go by, and there's like liquid pouring out of the back of it, and everyone's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's blood." And they're like, "No, it's not. It's definitely not blood." And we get close and we see it, and it's just pissing blood out the back of this thing. And so that's just full of animal blood that they're going in there to process as well. And everyone's like, "No, it's so gross." I was like, yeah,
that's fucked up. How old were you?
We were young, man. We were like, we were young, dude.
That's the teachers so just like, I'm going to get these little rat bags back. Misbehaving in class.
Get your parental concession forms in, or your admission slips. We're going to this thing. That's brutal, dude.
Don't know.
Brutal.
Have you seen? But have you ever watched footage of like chickens being divided? Because like obviously male chickens are useless
on the conveyor belt.
So there's a conveyor belt.
Yeah,
and
conveyor
then,
belts.
like obviously female chickens great eggs, meat.
Yeah.
Male chickens straight into this grinder. They're alive.
Yeah.
And they just fall into this thing with these metal spiked things that just grinds them down.
What?
Because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
There's no point keeping them alive and spending money on feed and caring for them.
Yeah.
Just get rid of them.
Yep.
It's horrific.
How do they sift them? How do they?
So there's humans that do it.
Yeah.
There's humans that do it. So there's guys with like masks and they'll be like,
Right.
chicken. Fucking hell, man. Like what about that job, dude?
What a job.
Yeah.
Like you'd want your 2 weeks off a year, wouldn't you? You know.
God.
Could you eat poultry?
Love your vacation.
Oh,
I'd still do a chicken burger. I reckon. Love a good chicken burger. Yeah, it's hard.
What do we see that?
What's
That's close.
What's that thing? Cowspiracy? You seen that?
No, I haven't. We're on an hour. We're on an hour 30.
Oh yeah,
hour 30.
Okay.
Perfect. Lovely.
Do we wrap it up?
Blind beef. You want any closing remarks?
I don't have a blind beef this week.
I just went with my beef with pet name. So just if you're out there, be a creative cunt, please. Just do something with your life. Make your pet's life better. Call it something cool. And don't be boring. That's my message.
Don't be boring.
Just don't be boring.
Message.
Just don't be boring.
To everyone.
That's all I ask. Please don't be
a
boring.
boring
Do
cunt.
something different. You know,
Yeah.
make your life exciting and make your pet's life exciting as well.
Make your pet's life exciting.
Yeah, give it something to live for.
What if we get
Unless
a comment
it's a chicken
on the video? It's like, Nolan, I've tried really hard to not be boring. I can't do it. All my friends, they tease me.
Oh look.
What would be your number one advice?
Yeah, what's your advice to someone?
What's my advice to someone that's like that? Try VR. Get out of here.
Escape.
Get out of here.
No.
Get out of here. Get out
Give up on this life.
Look, it's 2018. Get out. Try another reality, you know? And if that doesn't work, well, look, I'm sure old man has a shotgun and he's, you. I'm sorry. That was rude.